So will brown paper packaging stub out smoking in Britain? With us now, the actress Linda Robson, who's given up smoking not once but twice, and marketing expert Alison Stewart-Hallen. Good morning.
Hello.
To you both.
Good morning.
So would brown paper packaging have put you off, Linda?
Never in a million years. When I first started smoking, they came in ones and twos. You could go into a newsagent and just buy 1 or 2 cigarettes. I have to say, over the years, packaging has never, ever, been involved in my smoking at all. It didn't matter. It was just whatever I was smoking at the time. It started off with whatever my friend was smoking. It's a little bit like when you first have a drink in a pub, you go, oh, I'll have what my friend's having, And it was the same with the cigarettes. I started smoking Benson and Hedges all those years ago because my friend did. And when I went back 2 years ago, because the first cigarette I had was a menthol one, I then went back to menthol cigarettes. The packaging never ever, I mean, the packaging that's on there now is the most distressing packaging you could have. There's people dying, there's someone in a morgue, there's a baby in a womb, the photographs they've got on there. So a brown paper bag's not going to make a blind bit of difference.
Well,
it really isn't.
That's what most people are writing into us to say, Alison, this morning. They just don't care, really, what is in, as long as they're there.
Absolutely.
So what difference, as you're a marketing expert, what difference does packaging make?
It makes some bit of difference, but really, in the big scheme of things, there's a lot of other variables that you can also control in terms of priming demand or curbing demand. What happens at the supermarket or the newsagents, how it looks, how it's displayed and merchandised is one part of it. The pricing is another part of it. The product itself, the quality of the tobacco maybe, the flavors. There's so many other variables that need to be controlled as well.
Does it make a difference then if in the newsagents they didn't, you had them racked behind the counter?
But you're going in to buy them cigarettes. It doesn't matter if they're on show or if they're hidden or anything. You're hooked by them. By the time you're going into the newsagents or the supermarket to buy the cigarettes, you are then addicted to cigarettes. Before that, for me, it started in the school playground.
Well, like you said, okay. I would suggest, for instance, I've gone into newsagents and I don't smoke. But gone on an occasion and thought, oh, that looks like an interesting coloured packet or something like that. And that's a more enticing sort of packaging. I mean, that's why they spend money on it.
Of course it is. Just like a candy company, chocolate bars, any consumer product, the packaging is certainly a key part of the mix, but it's not everything. And by changing it, you're actually, in a way, almost helping the tobacco companies because they'll find a way around it. What's to say that a tobacco company doesn't offer you a rubber cover with their branding all over it, in which you can put the brown unlabeled box, and then their branding is still there. So, there are ways, I'm sure, that tobacco companies will find to get the package, around this issue.
I really think it's just a waste of money, repackaging everything. You've got to get into the schools, into the kids and talk to them and let them know and let them see pictures and talk to them about, my dad died of lung cancer at 57, I'm 52. I know how bad it is, but once you get hooked on it, it's so hard to get off. It really is.
Well, so you think that would be the right way forward? You get
Spend
somebody
the money
like you
on
could
going
go into schools and say, my
dad died at 57, I'm 52. It's
because you've stopped now, haven't you?
I have. It's been a year since I smoked.
But you gave up 17 years and you started again.
I know. It was my 50th birthday. I was out with a group of friends, Pauline Quirk included, and most of the girls on the table got up to go and have a cigarette. I followed them out. It was just a bit of a joke, and then within a week, I was buying a packet of cigarettes. It's like once you've been a smoker, you really can't ever go back. It's So
Alison, it's a range of different things. It's going into schools, it's education, it's removing them from the sort of the point of sale.
Absolutely right. It's all of those things. But the earlier you can educate kids, and early intervention in the best possible form is the answer, because then you curb demand.
But you could, I know you say you've got all the warnings and the pictures on the backs of the packet, but there must be one really unpleasant colour that you could make them put all the cigarettes. You suggested white earlier. Sort of sickly yellow, wouldn't it be wouldn't that be a good colour?
The colour of smoke or something.
Brown, yellow, the stains on your fingers.
Well, there was a brand, wasn't it, that published sort of skull and crossbones on its cigarette, death cigarettes, a few years ago.
They're still around.
Do they?
They are.
And people bought them.
Yes,
but
they do.
Skulls and crossbones are very popular now. They're on scarves, they're on necklaces, they're everywhere,
Okay.
Thank you very much, both of you. Lots of you writing
everybody's
this
agreeing
morning.
with you, really. It's not going to stop smokers from buying this as a net. In my modest opinion, it's not a good idea. The only motivation to stop comes from yourself, not from any government or whoever.
I started smoking as a teenager, says Joanne. It wasn't the pretty colours and patterns on the packets that made me start. It was peer pressure and the fact that I saw nothing wrong with it because my parents did it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you can continue the debate right now with other breakfast viewers on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BBC Breakfast.